meet up. And it's either, oh, it's too far to travel, or some are on their line. Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us! Henry! Stop fooling around and sit down! Come here, you blockhead! Don't keep us all waiting. Are you deaf? What are you up to? Come here.
Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleyov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Tarnberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat! He got shot in the backside!
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for. But I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
But I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And
Don't you dare hurt me with that thing! Hey! Knock it off! If a guard sees you armed, there'll be trouble!
nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I tell you, I saw him there.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. You never know when you might need it around here.
Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine. And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed. And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa!
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am?
No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai!
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching, in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Get your shitty hands off me!
No, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You tried to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit, huh?
Well, the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas. Instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
I'm just as much to blame for their deaths as you. We're in this together.
At least we should give them a proper burial as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
What is it?
It's that woman from the pond.
Or the one you gave us away for?
Fine pair of that witch. Wench!
Oh, I tell you. What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Is anyone you
I
know
heard
going to
some
the
talk
wedding?
about
Nobody
your
invited me.
Oh?
I know
What was
where
that?
I'll go.
Daddy's
I
wounded.
could get in through my uncle.
Oh,
Breakfast
hi.
in the stable.
Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead. Lord Sandberg is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the
Can't
castle.
wait.
Aha!
I hope my uncle
So
don't let me
that's
down.
why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right back.
I hear one of them nomads is an acrobat who does all kinds of tricks.
I can't just leave Sir Hans on his own.
Strong as an ox. And for a couple of grosh and he'll...
Sorry to bother you, but...
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on, are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Oh, shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Divided up fell. But that toe rag only gave me the innards. What do you expect? It's a poacher.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
Always ready.
Glad to hear it. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you'll work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We like it or not, you can't pay. Is that clear?
All right.
Glad to hear it. I can... Where are you actually from, if you don't mind?
Rat-eye.
Rat-tie. I ain't been fed, but I know this place.
Better to have a drink instead. Eh? Good health then.
I heard some talk about some...
Ah, young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush. When rich folks get married, that's a feast. That's a lot different from when some...
Will Lord...
How should I know what his lordship's plans are?
Where's the wedding going?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try...
Who is this?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. There used to be a rich family.
Could I get...
I don't know about that, lad. What's that?
Oh.
If you want to find out more, the young Svaja there, he's the bride's brother. He can be a...
Is that all you know?
What else is there to know? I'm
What's life?
better now that you and your pal. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war, but then there's a short.
What's the hold up? Am I supposed
I'm
to
sorry.
open my mouth?
Well, can't.
Where can I find work around these parts?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, come to mention it. He sat just round the corner, and that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. You know what they say about... Well then,
Is this the only tavern here?
in Truskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well.
I'd be doing a lot better if every...
Where do you want the sack?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself...
Where's the pan?
Second door inside...
I'll go and discuss.
And careful with them sacks. Here it comes.
One day, when the time comes, I'll
what
take
can I
her
get
to
for
the
you?
butcher.
Greetings to you.
Likewise, lad. I haven't seen you here.
Well, I'm not from around.
An ordinary tradesman. I find that hard to believe. You look like beggars. You two are an odd pair, all right.
Do me a favor. It's obvious that... What do they call you, lad?
Henry of Skalitz.
Fancy yourself a noble, it seems.
So, Henry, what was it you were after?
Since you've joined us.
I'm looking for work.
And what can you do?
I can do a lot of things. But mainly, I'm a...
Bugger me. The blacks and my apprentices have just vanished along with my goods, the bastard. Let's shake on it.
Why work in the smithy when you can work in my mill?
Oi, I asked him first.
My own pa was a blacksmith, so I spent my whole childhood at the forge. I know how to handle a hammer and bellows.
Bugger me. That's a lot more than the last lot I had. Whenever you're passing by that way, drop into my forge in Takov and ask for Radovan. That's me.
I heard there's going to be a...
That's right.
Everyone wants...
And anyone who's not invited is trying to worm the...
Because you...
Of course I was invited. But what do I care about youngs? We're all just playthings in God's hands.
Trying to sound clever?
All I'm saying...
Sod that. Even Lord von Burgo himself is going to be at the wedding.
Would it be possible to get to Von Berg?
I don't know. He's either locked away in his castle or traveling somewhere, so the only chance of meeting him is at the wedding.
And everybody will want something from him.
Could someone get to the wedding?
Someone? You mean?
Well, I think play of light and shadow...
What are you going on about?
All right.
Semin's bound to keep a damn close eye on his big day.
So...
The best thing...
Aye. As the hours pass and the guests raise...
Bugger it! Cut them... Look, if I'm satisfied with you in the smithy, I can guarantee you...
Or, if you came to help me at the mill...
Keep your nose out, Crazel. The lad wants to work for me. It's his family trade.
Well...
I'd like to...
You've heard all you...
About that...
I look forward to...
I haven't been here.
What's there to say?
It's usually peaceful, thank God.
You've got good reason to...
That's enough of you. It's actually good to live in an estate where the Lord's away.
That's true. Just a couple of villages. Rocks, fields. That's despite Otto van Burgo being one of the kingdom's most...
When his lordship isn't in these parts, his...
I saw him on the gate tower.
Aye, he's a right haughty bastard.
If you can get to him.
So it's peaceful here?
Aye. Except there's...
But we'll be back to our old ways.
I've got to...
Wait, there's something else. What's your story?
You ain't, are you?
We're messengers. We set up camp down by the pond. And it was only through luck. We lost everything.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'd send you packing myself. But it's true, there's bandits marauding in these parts.
Aye, these...
Farewell, then.
Farewell.
Take her to the butcher. And the more I think about it, the clearer it is to me that I can't do it. We could...
Going down nicely, is it?
Going down a tree.
Going down nicely, is it? Cheers.
Aye.
Going
One
down
beer,
nicely, is
please.
it?
Going down a tree.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
So I noticed, and you took your time coming back to me. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Sir Older, the son of a respected nobleman from nearby Semine Fords, is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, the local bailiff. It's the talk of the town. Invitation only, it seems. But getting to the wedding isn't as impossible as it might seem. There'll be lots of jobs to do for it. So we could get there as help for the blacksmith, or miller, and maybe someone else.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
Like I said, there's going to be a lot of work involved in a wedding like that. That's our chance.
Work. Well, if you want. But how will you get me to the wedding?
Well, I thought we could both get jobs there.
I'm sure there are other options.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
It'll be done in a jiffy. Don't worry.
That's not the point, Henry. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar. As if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
Work, your lordship, is an activity that all us common folk have to do when we need money. And it wouldn't hurt you for once either.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
It's a wonder your tongue isn't aching.
Bear in mind that I'm still your master. Enough of your insolence and start accepting your lot. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bellatoris and the natural order of the world? I simply cannot carry sacks.
We don't have time for your spoilt brat manners now. Either we get to work, or we'll be stuck here forever.
Manners? I'll put manners on you. It's not long since I had to drag one sack through the night, and if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. So I think I've done my fair share. I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me.
Suit yourself, then. So, you simply aren't going to work?
That is a warrior's lot, Henry. Conserving his strength till the next battle comes along.
Right. I'll get to work. Alone.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? By giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry. Such is my nature.
That beer! I couldn't manage to pick that size on my own. She's strong as an ox.
God, I'm bored shit.
Oof! That isn't half heavy. Oh.
Christ! What's the hold-up? One beer!
Did you hear about the mill? Yeah.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Did you bring them? They get pretty heavy, I can tell you.
You ain't telling me nothing I don't know. Get a move on then. The sooner the cart's empty, the sooner I get home. I'll move each sack so you can get a better grip on it. But don't expect no more from me. God bless you.
Otherwise, we're...
It's a nice place to rest when you're passing by in summer. The only bit of shade bar and wine. Well, that's just it. Not milk. It's rested under it, not for shade. All the more reason to leave it be, no? But the weather has been praised.
God bless you.
And that pissed him off and he wants his revenge.
Saying the oak's dangerous and has to go.
Christ, there'll be nothing nice left here at this rate.
Don't worry. When's the last time you saw the bailiff get anything done on time? That tree will still be here long after we're gone.
Well, it was here.
Stop! Do you want to get the guards involved? Have it your way.
Help!
Good day to you.
They're gonna cut down the old oak tree at the crossroad. Oh, no. Why? A lovely tree like that. It's a nice place to rest when you're passing by in the summer. The only bit of shade far and wide. Well, that's just it.
Fuck off! Remembering some words you heard in church doesn't make you a nobleman.
So one of the branches.
What's your name again?
Hans Capon of Perkstein.
But it broke his horse's
You
back.
just made that up.
I certainly did not.
Yes, you did.
Ignore those people. We don't need a... Don't let them provoke.
I'm perfectly calm. Keep working and take no note.
Don't say another word.
Henry, stop lecturing. You'll be finished in a jiff.
What's your name again?
Hans Capon.
I don't care.
You just made that up.
I certainly did not.
Yes, you did. I never heard of any Perkstein in all my years.
I'm not surprised. You're just a village yokel.
How dare you? I am the son of the bailiff. I heard about the attack by the pond, actually. I heard it was a massacre, and none of the strangers survived.
That was our company.
I was wondering
But
if
the
you'd
two
lend
of
me
us
your
managed to
bullock
get
when
away.
It's time to sow winter
It was the
grains.
same bandits who
I need to plow too, you know. What if you lent me the...
What did you say? Say it again.
It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky.
Where else were they supposed to make camp?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond.
Stop insulting our dead companions.
What dead companions? You think I'm gonna fall for that?
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies him.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits.
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults.
Did you hear what that lying nope?
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me.
No apology then.
Oh.
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth.
Oh,
you scum!
You whoreson!
Nice hit! Yes, fancy moves for fuck's sake! Now we'll have you, you scum!
Piece of shit!
Hey! Get him!
You can't slice him up! Why'd you do it?
Nice hit!
Herman.
I'll hack your ass off!
Good!
These days,
Wir werden dich ausnehmen!
You'll pay for that!
Nice hit! Hey, what do you want? Just in!
Wanker! You want to try me?
You're not up to it.
Let him
Good!
It's unbelievable. Nice hit. Come!
these days, no one's ever really safe.
Wir werden dich ausnehmen!
And one for dear.
That madman.
Take that fucker out!
What are you waiting
Damn
for,
it!
numbskull?
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Bastards! This will cost you dearly.
Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse.
What?
You behave like a spoilt brat.
How dare you speak?
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Fuck off.
Shut up! Or you'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are? Well, nothing to say for yourself? Just as well. It's your fault we're in this fucking pillory.
I was just defending you. Should I have let that fop beat you senseless?
I only wanted him to apologise. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better.
What do you think I was trying to do? You should have listened to me and calmed down.
And let him insult me. Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Hey, let's just stop all this arguing. It'll just make things worse.
Fuck you. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Oh, that's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Ocelotto!
Hey! Go!
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight!
What are we gonna do? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Alright. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. Alright, off you go.
Suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find muck without you, you stuck-up Lord of Perkstein.
Henry? Aye. You're in the right place. Over here? You don't look like you're in a rush anywhere.
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
How does he...
With his muscles. He ricks logs with his hands. But to be fair to him, Stanislav's sheep
And Tomcat...
And, not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he...
I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green like you.
The hell you will. This is my turf. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your doing anyway.
Wow. I mean, thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find some work quick.
I'm practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed. Although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
I'd like to look distinguished, like the proper right hand of a highborn lord.
After what you did here, I'd say your days as a right hand are over.
Still, I don't want to look like some yokel.
Without money, you can't deck yourself out in much finery. You'd certainly find something fancy in Bartoszek's workshop. And if anybody asks, you didn't hear it from me.
Thanks. These'll come in handy.
Just don't get yourself caught again.
I really need...
Aye.
Damn. I could use a horse. It'll take years to get to Semin on foot.
Don't exaggerate. This province is small.
Still, it'll be faster with a horse.
There's a stud farm in Semin.
And which way is Semin?
Southwest from here, not too far. Once you see the walled farmhouse, though I'll be a queen before you can...
Do you know where I might find...
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch...
If you find some work...
My main...
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to the sister.
How much time do you think I have?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished and black, so no rush.
Hopefully by then. Hey.
I'm Bara.
Looks like you know your way.
I ain't.
Why exactly?
Why? Why? I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
You're...
Nah, I usually find work with someone.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs, but I'd like to go somewhere else. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people.
I'd like to see what their homes.
You can go and see.
Where are you headed?
For work, to the city. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread with the city folk.
What do you want to...
I'll find something. I'm not afraid.
Don't get your hopes up.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the buck? I appreciate your concern.
You said you were going...
I'd like to go to Prague.
Aha.
Well, but I won't be troubling her long.
Oh well.
Don't worry, you'll manage.